I hope through prayer that I'm forgiven and God provides everyone the strength to get through this tragic event.
Convicted rapist Brandon Vandenberg today pleading with the judge to give him the minimum prison sentence, but it didn't work. The judge's sentence, 17 years behind bars, a prison term that will last much of his young adult life. Channel 4's legal analyst Jim Todd joins us now. Jim, thanks for being with us. Jim, your response and reaction to today's, sentence, and then what comes next?
Well, I think everybody wants to know if this sentence is fair. Fair to the defendant and fair to the victim. Everyone needs to remember that the presumptive sentence, the one that the legislature set down, is 15 years. It's not the minimum, it's the presumptive. And the judge can move away from that within the range, which is 15 to 25, if the judge finds aggravating factors about the defendant versus the mitigating factors. And these just aren't made-up factors. These are factors in the law. And the judge rightfully found several about Vandenberg that Beatty did not have. And so that's why his sentence is greater than Beatty's. It could have been worse, but I think all in all, it's a fair sentence. Fair is a term of art, and if you consider that this is the same sentence a person gets for killing someone, second-degree murder, or rape of a 13-year-old, I think the state legislature has some inequities they have to fix. But given what Judge Watkins had, I think the sentence was a fair sentence.
Can we drill into a little bit of those aggravating circumstances and just talk about what they are?
Well, for Vandenberg, clearly the judge found, rightfully so, that he was a leader in the commission of this offense. Clearly the judge rightfully found that he abused a position of public trust. Clearly the judge found that he had a record in addition to the convictions that he had. And clearly the judge found that it was aggravating that he destroyed evidence, and those were factors that Beatty did not have, and so that's why his sentence is greater than Beatty's.
Well, can we talk about alcohol, because Vandenberg's defense, talked about alcohol again and trying to use it. Good strategy, poor strategy?
Poor strategy and very poor allocution. He allocated, meaning that he can give a statement and not be questioned by the state. I thought his statement was extremely poor. I thought blaming alcohol again was extremely poor, given the facts as they were laid out in text messages, that this was a premeditated event that he planned and bragged to his friends about that he was going to do. Clearly, it wasn't alcohol related. Clearly, it was just him acting in a very inappropriate manner. And I think it came across as very shallow. And I think the judge, while he said he felt he was remorseful, I don't think it helped him at all.
Braden Banks, Japorian, McKenzie have not actually gone to trial yet. What do you expect to happen to them?
Well, I mean, they were both cooperators. McKenzie was a witness. I think Banks was scheduled to be a witness but didn't testify. I've talked to lots of the attorneys who are involved in these cases, and frankly, Banks is the one that's going to go next, and they're very far apart. The state and the defense attorneys are very far apart, and it would not shock me if that case went to trial.
Wow. Jim, thanks so much for stopping by.
Good to see you again.
Great insight as always. Well, you can find all of our previous stories on the trial and retrial online at WSMV.com.